balance of trade, sir?
Well, balance of trade, I think we are not doing badly at all as a country these days.
Okay.
Because hitherto, it's always been in a negative. Our imports always outstrip our exports. But for a very good account, in the last few years, we've not been doing that badly at all. And I think I can say that in 2021, we actually did have a balance of trade surplus with the rest of the world, which amounted to close to $800 million, which is a balance of trade surplus.
Yeah.
Meaning that for the first time, or yes, in a few years, our exports actually exceeded our imports.
Right.
And therefore, we have a positive balance.
Okay.
And I think indications are half-year indications are that we've gotten from Bank of Ghana also indicates a very positive trend.
Okay.
Currently, we are exporting a little more than we are importing. Okay. So still, the balance is on our side, which is quite positive. And so that is the trajectory that we want to go. And so we've always been hammering the point that exports is the way to go. We must progressively reduce our imports and then progressively also improve on our exports. Because we have a slogan that we say, export Ghana, export more. Export gains, import drains. You see, so that people are aware that if we export more, even though we cannot stop importing, the proportion of our imports to exports must reduce so that we can do a lot more of the exports. And I dare say that that is being heard, and these days we are doing much, much more. I think by the data that I have, so far we have done about $9 billion in total exports, half year, $9 billion, including also non-traditional exports. And we have done about $7.5 billion of imports. So you can see straight away that there's a very, quite a very positive, balance in favor of Ghana. And we must applaud government and all the other key agencies and the private sector that is leading the charge. And I must say that we are doing a lot in the cocoa derivative sector. Our leading non-traditional export right now is processed cocoa.
Processed cocoa.
Government policies that we must add more value to cocoa before we export. And I think that is on course.
Yielding some dividends.
Yielding a lot of dividends.
Because the next question I wanted to ask you is, what accounts for this particular dynamic, this particular shift?
Processed cocoa.
Exactly. And then I also wanted to find out what item accounted for it. What are the factors that are supporting this particular
processed
trend?
cocoa, and we are also doing a lot in cashew. Ghana is a very, very good country for cashew exports, and we are doing a lot of cashew, and that's one of the areas that we need to emphasize and promote for a lot more people to go into cashew farming. We did almost over $300 million worth of cashew in 2021. If we were to add value to the cashew in terms of kernel and other processed products before exporting, it would have gotten even 4 times the value that we got.
Right.
And that is why I come back to your question about
balance of trade.
The balance of trade and also the optimization of our exports, which is clearly by way of value addition.
Yes.
And I'm sure that with the companies that are now being set up and which are also operating in the next maybe 4 to 5 years, we'll see real prospects for our economy in terms of value addition. And you also see now government has invested heavily in the automotive industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And if these car assembling plants that are currently operating will diversify and look for new markets, which we are ready to do, perhaps in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in the other West African countries, taking advantage of the AFTA, for example, we are good to go. We'll get a lot of foreign revenue from there. And so that is another area that we are also looking at. And also the palm oil industry also holds a lot of prospects. Not forgetting our traditional canned tuna. It's also quite a huge area that we are looking at. So all in all, I think that we are on course. So when you look at the non-traditional export sector and the National Export Development Strategy, we have prioritized 17 key product sectors or value chains led by processed cocoa. We're also dealing with cashew, the aluminium and plastic industries for East Africa, and perhaps also now looking at full processing of our petroleum oils,
Okay.
you know, into other, you know, products.
Right.
If we are at it and we get the support, the sky is our limit.